Hello guys, welcome to the second episode of Student Life. I'll be taking you through the books that I'll be reading for the summer. So thank you and let's get to it. Alright guys, let's take a look at my little bookshelf. I'll display the books in detail later when I explain all the books that I'll be reading for the semester. Some of the books that are here are books that I read in the past year. So for instance, the books on Spencer are books that I read last semester. So the Spencer Encyclopedia was very useful for me when I was writing my paper on early modern literature. So these are some of the books that are on my shelf. I still have a few, stacked under my bed because there's no space to put them here. All right, let's take a look at the number of stacks on my bed here. The first two stacks on my right are books that I will be reading for a course in the fall titled Black Transnationalisms. It will be taught by Professor Dworkin. This one is a stack for my 18th century lit I will be taking during the fall semester too, taught by Professor Ezel. And right here, this big stack of books is the stack that I'll be reading for a 1 week's course that I'll be taking at UCLA in August. All right, for the Black Transnationalisms, one of the books that I'll be reading is the Givens collection of One Blood by Pauline Hopkins. The second one would be The Practice of Diaspora, Literature, Translation, and the Rise of Black Internationalism by Brent Hayes Edwards. The next would be Zong by Nobis Phillips. I've read Nobis Phillips. I've read a poem by her when I was in an undergrad at the University of Ghana in my last year. And the next would be The Black Atlantic, Modernity and Double Consciousness by Paul Gilroy. Next one is Dark Princess, a romance by W.E.B. Du Bois. I love Du Bois. He's buried in Ghana, so I'm proud of that. The next one is Exchanging Our Country Marks by Michael A. Gomez. I don't know much about Gomez, but I guess I would enjoy reading that and finding out. The next is The Blake or Hearts of America, a novel by Martin A. Delaney. The next one is Wonderful Adventures of Mrs. Seacole by Mary Seacole. The next one is Saltwater Slavery, a Middle Passage from Africa to American Diaspora by Stephanie A. Smallwood. Yes, Smallwood, I guess you can see that, yeah. Right, the next one is Lose Your Mother, a journey along the Atlantic slave route by Saidiya Hartman. The next one is The Heroic Slave, a cultural and critical edition by Frederick Douglass. Douglass is also important. And my favorite in this reading list, because of course I'm a Ghanaian, is Ghana Must Go by Tay Selassie. I enjoy reading young Ghanaian authors, and this is very beautiful seeing a Ghanaian author in my class. The last one in the Black Transnationalism readings, which I nearly forgot, is the interesting narrative of the life of Oluoda Equiano or Gustavo Vassa. I'm reading it at the moment, so I left it in the living room, so I just went to pick it up. All right. For my 18th century lit class, I'll be reading The London Jilt he's an anonymous author, and it's edited by Charles H. Hennant. Then there's a lot of reading in the Restoration and English, the 18th century. It's a broad view anthology of British lit, so there's quite a lot of reading to be done there. And I'll also be reading Mary, a fiction, and the Wrongs of Woman, or Maria, by Mary Wollstonecraft, edited by Michel Fauvet. That's also an interesting book we'll be reading. And I'll be reading Bell in Campo and Sociable Companions by Margaret Cavendish, edited by Alexander G. Bennett. So, interesting book. And the most exciting one I have in this is Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe, edited by Evan R. Davis. I haven't read it despite its popularity, so it's interesting that I will be getting to read it now. For my California Rare Book School reading, I have the book In the Renaissance by Andrew Pettigrew. I don't know much about it, but I guess this is why I need to read all this stuff before I get to the class. There's Provenance Research in Book History by David Pearson. There's Used Books, Marking Readers in Renaissance England by William H. Sherman. There's Print Manuscript and the Search for Order, 1450 to 1830 by David McKitterick. There is The Coming of the Book by Lucien Faubourg and Henry Jean Martin. There's The Nature of the Book, Print and Knowledge in the Making by Adrian Jones. There's ABC for Book Collectors by John Carter and Nicholas Barker. There's Einstein, The Printing Revolution in Early Modern Europe. There is A History of Reading in the West, edited by Guglielmo Carvalho and Roger Chartier. There is For the Sake of Simple Folk, Popular Propaganda for German Reformation, R.W. Scribner. And there's Eloquent Witness, Book Bindings and Their History, essays edited by Miriam M. Foote. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me to go through my summer reading list. Hopefully, I will be able to post new videos every week that I finish reading a book or two. The first one, which you should be expecting, is the life of Loa da Equiano. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Hopefully that should be, put up by the end of the week. All right. Thank you and bye-bye.